Hello guys, Coach Trace here, and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. So if you're wondering why FaZe Clan lost to GamerLegion when they also won both of the pistols, I'm gonna go through the match here just because I wanted to see how they lost the game, how the game went on, and yeah, just wanted to watch some CS2 from IM Sydney. So let's jump into it. Okay, let's see. GamerLegion throwing some fast smokes, smoke wall. Trying to make FaZe rotate a little bit. It's gonna be a fast inner split and FaZe are down. Let's take a look at Twist's position here. This position is very vulnerable to an inner execute at this point. Let's see what happens. Completely blinded in the molotov as well, blind again. Let's get shots in the back. Yeah, nothing to do there for Twist. The position on top of silo is really good if you if you're not getting flashed, obviously, then it's a really strong position. But it's really vulnerable to inner pops like that with the flash. Let's see, karrigan actually manages to dodge the flashes, and he dinks Vault and dies. So he just basically lost the duel, and that's it. But yeah, they lost because of Twist's position, and then it's only karrigan alone versus a complete execute, which is it's not viable. And Kios makes it through main, through their own smokes, and Rain just spots him, but he gets in main. It didn't have any impact here because Twist was already dead and karrigan was in a fine position anyways, but it could have caught them off guard with this play. And this is a risky play from Kios, and like this set strat they have, because as you can see, this is just completely open, just goes through the smoke. You know, he's dead here. He's also dead from warehouse when he runs in. So a little bit of a gamble, like with the pushing the smoke, but it's a part of the strategy, creating some chaos, hoping he can get in. And Nuke is CT sided, so you have to take some risks on the terrorist side as well. There's a fast smoke wall again from GamerLegion. The next spy round. Okay, so Rain actually HEs for broky. And it's obvious we are already seeing these new mechanics coming into play in CS2. And the teams talking about how they can utilize it. This is the point of view. So FaZe got what they wanted in this round. He basically got the free shot broky, but he misses it. So FaZe were in a good situation in this round, but they lose into, which is unfortunate. But the idea was good, and they actually had the advantage when making this play. So 4v5 is always difficult. 4v4, and they don't have much control now. FaZe. And karrigan and Twist getting caught off a little bit inside again. And they're doing this because now it's a 4v4 and they don't have secret control. They only have, like on the heaven control, Rain has yard, ropz has ramp, and they're just two inside. So this can quickly get uncomfortable for the CTs. If the T's either go down or they are wrapping heaven, trading out Rain, it's going to be uncomfortable. So what many CTs do, they like to do a play, get some information, push somewhere, take initiative in the round and get the info back. And it looks like what that is what karrigan and Twist are doing. But they kind of getting caught a little bit, not getting the best duels, like a 50-50 duel. They could have won them, but they didn't. And that happens. But obviously, when they're coming inside, those positions are not the best. Just out of nowhere, no crossfire. And as we can see, Twist leave his silo position. And this is, yeah, he does this because they are doing some kind of play. Because this would have been a fine setup if we were actually coming inside now without any nades really. They're just dry searching. So if they stayed, it would have been great, but they can never know that. So they are doing a play here, otherwise Twist could have just stayed put. Not sure what they were going to do here. Kind of clean the door with the molotov. What happens. Yeah, just unfortunate for FaZe losing the duels again inside. But yeah, this was decent from FaZe the beginning as well. Broky missing the entry, that happens. But overall the round was, yeah, pretty decent. And now I'm talking like GamerLegion won the round. Now I remember that they didn't. It was these diffusers coming in. Yeah. Yeah, this is just really bad from GamerLegion, I have to say. Like, this also happened in CSGO. Although they changed the bomb radius, I think, on Nuke, but like we've seen this so many times from the CTs also in CSGO, where the CTs are just waiting because the terrorists are just leaving the site early because they don't want to die to the bomb. And Echo, of course, if when you want to stay here, you just gotta hold heaven all the time. Just hold that headshot angle. If anyone tries something crazy, no reason to look main and stuff like that. Like, they're not gonna come main now. They either gonna save their weapons far away, or they're gonna do this exact play. So yeah, unfortunate mistake from GamerLegion, and it cost them the round. And the round, yeah, FaZe really shouldn't have won at all. So Twist loses entry and Rain gets it back. And now Volt makes a good vent dive here. Nice heads up play, taking the space after he killed Twists. Still a bit risky, but a good play overall. And this event is just so much control and chaos in the round for the T's. And now they can just easily do the wall because they already have the vent rotation. And karrigan is not ready for it, as you can see. So it's just, yeah, good round from GamerLegion. And that 4v4, it's just 4v4 and Vault is down in the vent. It just looks like the round is over already, to be honest, with the positions of GamerLegion after Vault get down in the vent. So unfortunate entry from Twists. Like, it happens, but you gotta make sure inside you get some really good duels, because on Nuke it's really hard on CT if you start losing these entries, because you have to rotate so much, especially on this map, and there will be so much chaos in the comms and stuff like that. And also after Volt gets in vents and it's a 4v4, you see broky is trying to make a little play here, trying to get some more advanced information, just a free peek and some, yeah, just getting a nice position, because he knows they have to do something. As you can see here, after the initial trades, it's a 4v4. Broky goes for a little bit more aggressive peek and some more information, hoping that they are just gonna dry search. And as you've seen in the round before, they actually did this GamerLegion, they're just dry peeking outdoor. So if they were to hit inside again in this 4v4, they would be in a pretty decent spot now, FaZe, with the AWP inside and karrigan also here. Just ready for it. When Twist dies here and karrigan is alone inside, he should be aware of this possibility. Like, the T knows he killed one guy, and then the vent drop is gonna be a lot easier for the T. It's not as risky as like if there were two guys inside. So he kind of should be aware of this karrigan and the FaZe clan. It should have been communicated, but as we can see, karrigan is not ready for it at all. He didn't even think about it. But I think he should have been aware of the vent dive, because it's so powerful on the T side. But of course, they are playing on LAN, even though there's no crowd. The sound's right now in the game. You know, there's probably a lot going on, so the players are also losing awareness of the game more than they're used to, because they need to get used to new scenarios, new information. Like, so there are probably a lot of chaos in the communications, way more that there were in Global Offensive. So that's also why sometimes you might see players get caught off guard a little bit more than they used to. Force buy with the knob for FaZe. There's another nade from Rain, and broky clears the walls. Doesn't see anything. So again, they're trying to use this HE for some information, hoping to catch some T's just walking around in the smoke. So GamerLegion now taking some control. They molly down secret stairs. A-Core does, but they get into it anyways. You can see, because it spreads later, the molotov, and you have to be ready for this. Like when you're playing, when you throw the molotov first, if you're not absolutely certain that it's gonna spread, like sometimes it spreads later, so you have to hold the molotov like when throwing it to make sure you don't get peeked at the same time, and you have to make sure that it fully spreads what you want it to cover, because otherwise, yeah, this is what's gonna happen. And it's just, yeah, 3 kills for ropz. And it's gonna cost GamerLegion the round. GamerLegion doing a fast wall again. They're really making this wall a lot, trying to make FaZe rotate and communicate a lot. Really trying to make FaZe do some plays and make them rotate. And they got the secret control nice and clean. Unfortunate from Rain, and I don't know how that molotov doesn't burn. Like, if he knows that it's not gonna spread there, that's just well played. In the old game, it probably would have spread, but of course he's the professional, so he should know. But it's a good play. He stays there, and it should have been a free kill. He just misses the shots, unfortunately. But then Rain sort of misses that he actually went through. So a mistake of awareness from Rain is losing him this round. Also with karrigan actually also getting shot in the side. So this round we have 2 FaZe players who are dying in the side without actually getting a duel. And yeah, one of the worst things to happen is if you're just gonna die without getting a duel. That's what the game is about. Playing the game so you can get the most advantageous duel for yourself. So obviously dying in the side or in the back is one of the worst things that can happen in the round. And this time FaZe dies 2 players, so obviously the round is gonna be, yeah, tough. So, to all the kids watching, I will now show you what happens when you die in the back, especially against pistols. 5v3 versus pistols, all you gotta do, just don't die in the back. Bang, CT not looking. Bang, CT not looking. Bang, CT not looking. So kids, remember to check on your sides, on your backs, or you're gonna lose to evil geniuses on nuke. You don't want to lose to evil geniuses. Now do you? No. So this is a full eco from FaZe. ropz only has a deagle, otherwise it's a USPs only. And ropz just goes bananas. It's absolutely insane this round. Gets 2 entries. Of course you can say the smoke disappears, but he's just pre-firing it, not much to do. They're still taking duels. And Kios actually gets caught with a molotov in hand. Like, he doesn't have his weapon now, so it's a free one for ropz. So 3 for ropz. And yeah, another crazy round for FaZe to win. Like, they have no business winning this round at all. Doesn't matter if you make a few deeks. It's just too much. Like, it's USPs, no armor. So, but sometimes there's just nothing to do. Like, this was crazy, but some of the kills could have been avoided by GamerLegion. Fast smokes again from GamerLegion. This has been working pretty well for them. They have been getting in decent situations. You HE Rain is nading it again, trying to get some information on the wall. Another nade. Don't see anything. And then a second smoke wall. Use 4 smokes now in the yard. Using a lot of utility in the yard. The terrorists, they really wanna make FaZe rotate and make them use nades. He sneaks in main again, and this time he actually gets karrigan in the back. So this time it's gonna lose them the round. They don't have eyes on the main smoke. And this play is not something they can do in the future. Like, I'm sure of it. This is just, he just walks through the smoke, he's just holding it, and it's just a free kill for the CTs. Again, in warehouse, anywhere here close, if you know they're gonna do it, at least you need to be aware of the possibility, then it's just a free kill, really. But again, the new game, the chaos, the timings, sometimes you always also get timed and there's not much you can do about it. Last time Rain just caught the back of him just before he ran in. So sometimes you are just unlucky. But of course you want to do the best to prevent these unlucky timings by being in better positions. Good round from GamerLegion. Again, this strat is a bit risky though, because if Kios dies in main, it's gonna be tough for the T's if he just dies for free through the smoke. So kind of risky, but it works out for them. FaZe are doing a fast smoke. Rain is on main. Gets a flash, jumps on the heaven, but snax is just in a good position to catch him. And yeah, this is the only position that, but if he's main, there's a good chance he's gonna catch Rain. So kind of a gamble here from FaZe, just like GamerLegion did it with just the main guy. But this time FaZe gets caught, Rain gets caught, and it's just a free entry. So Rain is jumping heaven while ropz is making a little vent play in the smoke with the Mag 10, which doesn't end up in his favor. Of course, ropz is a clever player, but he really gotta learn these new angles with the smokes, and like, is it really who's the duel good for? Is the CT or the T, or the smoke's a bit random? So you really gotta just learn all these scenarios. There will be a lot for the players, of course, and they're gonna learn this by just playing. And he also did it with a Mag 10, but he felt there was like kind of a strat. They went under heaven and they also outdoor trying to create some chaos in the round. But they lose 2 entries, and it's gonna be a tough round after that. And after losing 2 entries, karrigan makes a good play through the smoke. He knows he has to do something, trying to catch some timings. Good shot, and he gets 2, bringing the round back to a 2v2 actually. And now it's just anyone's game pretty much here. This 2v2. Like, GamerLegion had a good start of the round, and then they get caught off by karrigan, which is also a mistake from them. They're just not ready for it. And at this point, FaZe probably should have won this one. But kind of 50-50. I mean, it's not too bad. We've seen crazy rounds in this game for sure. So snax is also using HE. Kinda getting a free kill here with HE through the smoke. Isolating Rain. Also, Rain was alone behind the smoke. But after the Chiefs know his position and he's had the kill, there's no reason to give up this kill. Like, they know he's there, they're gonna peek him. Now they also double traded him. So snax just gives up the advantage, completely without reason this one, giving FaZe a chance to come back in this round. Like, you're just losing the surprise factor. When you get the first kill, the terrorist is gonna be all eyes on you, and they know how to aim it, they know anything. They're not gonna be caught off guard again. So this is again another 4v4 nuke where the CTs feel like they have to do some sort of play to gain some information, and GamerLegion also does that. Kios is pushing ramp, but ropz gets the timing on him. And now FaZe are just in a really good spot. From now on it's just cruising from FaZe pretty much. They can do whatever they want now with the advantage, and they're just all over the map. And the CTs, they don't really have any clue what's going on, so they either have to gamble or just yeah, and it's just the easy cleanup for FaZe. So this was a good round from FaZe, but all it took was one trade in yard, 4v4, ropz waiting in lobby, and then it's a 4v3. Like nothing really happened in this round. Like it was just a few, not mistakes. Snax made a mistake. Kia's pushing is just something you're gonna do sometimes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But FaZe didn't really have to work too much in this round to get it, because GamerLegion are playing this aggressively. And sometimes it pays off being aggressive, catching the other team off guard, and sometimes it doesn't. So this is a full eco from GamerLegion, full USP, stack inside. And it gets kinda dangerous, 2v2. 2 AKs picked up. They don't have armor though. Yeah, okay, crisis averted. But this is not a good look. Especially these anti-ecos with full USPs and no armor. You really need these rounds to be flawless. Especially now when the games are so short in MR12. You really need this cash. You need all the cash you can get. And FaZe losing 3 guys here to USPs is just very poor, I have to say. And you can also say, like, do they really need to? They're just peeking kind of. They're not peeking that much. Like they're just peeking 2 guys outdoor and 1 out of hot, which is twist. You see he dies in the side. Snax just jumping down, getting 2 kills in the side. So again, these dying to the side because they're only 3. That's 1. That's another 1. So is it really important for FaZe to have, let's say, of course you have 1 guy mulling top hot, of course you can have that, but then if ropz joins faster, and Rain is also just inside, like, it can never get dangerous if you have more men inside to hold. So I just think it's really risky. Then you have like a guy holding here, you wouldn't get shot anywhere. You just have more men to cover all the angles, because there are a lot of angles inside. And like the round is not in danger at all versus USPs to begin with, so you don't need to spread out too much. I think it's just easy to go as 5 or as 4 at least, so you can get some better trades and not die 3 man in the side to USPs. But they win the round nonetheless, but this cash is gonna haunt them, especially in a close game this is gonna get. So FaZe are getting behind red. They're just using the cross smoke first to get behind red. Then they're doing these smokes behind red, and they're just getting caught off guard. This is hard to watch, especially because FaZe were doing this on their CT side as well. This is something every team needs to be so ready for now, like with these nades and peeking. And as you can see, both players are actually jumping with knives out at this point. They just have to know they can't do this. Like, you have to be ready all the time versus against these smokes and these HEs. So you just have to have at least your weapon out. Like, you can jump if you want to, but I don't think you can jump this recklessly with knives out when the CTs are using so many HEs on the smokes. It seems like in these smoke walls, and it just looks silly. It's just 2 free kills. Snax as well, like. So that's something they really gotta be aware of. These smokes and just having guns out and being aware that then might not be a smoke like at any minute in the game. So they get double entry to FaZe, but karrigan gets 1 trade at least, so the round is still open. 2v4, I guess another one, so 2v3. Which is a good situation for FaZe, considering they lost the 2 entries. So karrigan, actually gave them a chance in this round. This is a crazy play from Isaac, just running like this. He knows ropz is lurking in lobby, and ropz is lurking a lot in general. So just pulling your knife out like that is just a crazy play, and ropz also hears him, and it's just a free kill. And now the round is completely open again. After GamerLegion actually, it was a 5v3, and that's, what's that, like 95% win rate maybe? I don't know what the percentage is, but it's up there. It's pretty much, yeah, it's hard to lose those rounds, but FaZe actually bring it back, and now they got a chance to win it. For good measure, let's just watch it. Yeah, that's unfortunate timing for ropz, and they end up losing it. But they had a chance in this round. And just notice FaZe's money in this situation, also because they lost the 3 guns to use peace. They don't really have money for full buys, so they do this double hero AK on 2 players. Which is, I think it's really greedy. Like, if you're feeling it, they may have practiced it or done something. They end up losing the round. Not gonna show it. Nothing exciting happens. But as you can see in the next round, again, they actually don't even have money for a full buy. So as you can see, the money is just coming back to haunt FaZe in this match. They don't even have full nades at this point, and they even bought 2 hero AKs in the last round, which didn't really amount to much. So now they are, yeah, on a kind of a low buy. Not a low buy, but like AK Galils, not full nades. It's not what you want to go into after having 2, yeah, small buys. Okay, so FaZe is doing some light pressure. They're doing like the main smoke on top of main, blocking off main. They're blocking off vision from here. But this vision is just completely open for GamerLegion. As we can see, A-core has eyes on it. Snax is also ready. He can also peek it. So yard is pretty much clear now. So GamerLegion knows what's going on in this round. They even have Kios going down secret. Because as you remember, FaZe also had that tactic right before, actually, where they're just staying behind red and they're doing the smokes. And then they're trying to get down secret. So if they made this play again, Kios would be ready for it. Now there are no T's, and he gets the complete information that they are not even doing that strat. So from now on, it's just really clear. Like, they have all the information in the world, GamerLegion. They know FaZe are coming. They actually pretty much knew it before that as well, because I think the pressure from FaZe in yard on this round isn't very good. Like, when the CTs have this cross, they're not gonna rotate someone down. They don't need to. Like, of course they can. They also did now because they were behind red. But usually you don't have to do it. You only do it when you know the T's are smoking and they can't be down because you don't have the info, obviously. So GamerLegion knows what's going on. A-core will smoke. Nothing through it. Yeah. And even though snax gives up a kill like this, GamerLegion are just so ready for it. Even though he gives up the instant for free, it's just yeah, clean for GamerLegion because they know everything's going on in the round. And that is because the FaZe wall and the smokes, there was simply not enough pressure for them. And if FaZe went inside, as we can see, the nades now, they're just gone. They don't really have anything. It would be a different thing, like if they have a lot of flashes, they have mollies to go inside with, but they don't have anything, so they're just going in dry pretty much into a full stack. And this is because, yeah, of the initial control in yard and the lack of nades and utility that they didn't have. And just a little quick note from so Isaac. This molly he throws here is way too late. It doesn't even burn him. Like, they mess up with 2 players actually. They mess up with snax, who gave up the free kill here in hot. And Isaac is also, yeah, bombing this out a lot. Like, he can never throw it like that. He has to throw it like here maybe, or even earlier. because especially when the time gets low, like no one is gonna get burned by this. Even if there was a T behind karrigan, he could still make it out of this molotov. Maybe taking 30-40 damage, something, but it doesn't matter if you get the kills. So 2 mistakes from GamerLegion inside, and they still clean up the round easily. So that just shows how important it is to, get this controlled properly and the information on the map. So it's just a cross smoke, I think it's CT, and GamerLegion are doing an aggressive setup, trying to deny FaZe this yard control if they want to go for it. And they are just staying in this setup actually for a long time. Also bouncing a nade, and they're just not ready for it. This late yard setup is just devastating for FaZe. They only sent 2 guys out, raining karrigan, to take this control back, and GamerLegion are just gambling a little bit. It's not really gambling, but they're just taking the read. You can say this control from FaZe is also a little bit, I wouldn't call it greedy, but it's not very thorough. It's not like the usual, go 3 to 4 guys, trade, clear this out. Because that also takes, it takes time, it takes utility, and FaZe just prioritized, spending their utility elsewhere. And sometimes you have to do that, because otherwise you don't have any utility left in the round to use. So that's something you gotta weigh up if you want to use more utility taking the first control, or you want to save it for later. And also, what is really good about these setups is that they don't have to think about much, GamerLegion. Like, they don't have to think about being outplayed. They can just chill, stay back, and they're just taking the duels. If FaZe come yard, they take the duels. So, and when you see, FaZe didn't really do these yard setups on their CT side, so they weren't denying this control from GamerLegion. And as we saw, GamerLegion actually had some decent and good success with the smoke walls and creating chaos. FaZe had to rotate a lot almost every round because of these smokes and because FaZe weren't playing that aggressively in yard. And especially on nuke, the chaos and the communications are just really important because so much is going on. And when the CTs have to rotate and communicate and talk on TeamSpeak, some things are gonna get lost in translation. That's when you die in the back, you get one guy up heaven, stuff like that. And these setups just prevent this from happening because they're just gonna take the duels, and if they come yard, they have a good situation. They're gonna get some kills for sure. Yeah. So GamerLegion don't have to worry about, okay, how are we gonna rotate, guys? You're gonna go down, oh, we're gonna push this, we're gonna push that. They're just staying put because FaZe are not putting enough pressure on this CT side. And they're just not putting, GamerLegion in a position where they have to make difficult decisions. And that's really what you want to do, especially against, a lower opponent than yourself. Because they're gonna scramble at some point if you outplay them. You have to beat them at the rotations game. So we have a take 9 by from FaZe. And some inner execute. Looking good. Oh. Yeah, and of course FaZe wins another round, another low buy. Yeah, so again, this is just a set inner execute, from spawn. Everybody knows what to do. And like when karrigan calls something like this is also where, they are making sure that they are actually getting some duels on the map. They're not gonna get pushed, they're not gonna get shot in the back or on the side. They are just going in, believing in the execute, believing in their flashes. So these set strats from spawn prevents this aggressiveness from the CT side. And also these heavy rotations GamerLegion do. When you just do a fast execute, don't let them get any information, you don't let them get anything. You're just trying to read that maybe, okay, we hope they're just 2 inside this round, and yeah, they just win the round. Clean and easy. And GamerLegion also started, you see, because GamerLegion know that they're on a half buy, so they're a little bit afraid of ramp. They gotta play 2 ramp. But usually, like, ramp is not... Let's say the T's come ramp against one guy. He can still, you know, throw a molotov, he can throw a nade out, and he can always get under. He can always escape. So the round is not over if they get out ramp. So it's not that dangerous. Of course, it's not nice if they rush ramp and they get the control, but then the CT still have a chance in the round. But if they go inside, these inside executes on the T, we've seen it again and again. These Tech 9s inside with flashes. When this side is lost, it's very hard for the CTs to retake again. So I think a bit of a mistake from GamerLegion is to just leave 2 guys inside. And they don't even have a backup, I believe. Because Echo is too late. Yeah, because this is not a backup. Like, he has to be spotting before they run out, otherwise it's pretty much worthless. He gets 1 kill, but it's not a good position he's in. It's hard to peek from this point on. So GamerLegion just playing 2 inside, kind of a mistake against Tech 9s. You really have to shut down this inner play. Or at least be a 3rd guy ready to do something. So ropz is doing a secret vent dive here, late vent dive. He makes it down. Let's see. Isaac. He should have heard that. He shot at him, but these sounds are so weird because Kiers is also ready for it here. And the door opens. I'm not sure what the players can hear. Also, these doors. I don't know how the sounds are with the doors and the windows. I think some maybe can't be heard. But it's still crazy that, you know, Kiers was ready for it, but ropz is still out. You know, the door and actually catching. Yeah, Echo completely off guard here. So this round is really strange. The sound must be so weird for the players that they're actually missing this flank from ropz. Because he both got hit, maybe he got seen, the door was opened, and he just, I don't know how this happened. But again, just a little bit of chaos in the round shows again how effective it is, especially on nuke. Just a little bit of chaos and ropz gets a free kill even after being shot to at 24 HP. So a big entry for FaZe in this round. And at this point GamerLegion are rotating heavy once again. They are gambling or trying to get some information down secret. That's a 1-2 guys, 3 guys at the lower bomb site. So here rotation from GamerLegion. FaZe makes it out. Rain with some 6 shots. And it's just a 3v2. Yeah, I can't believe FaZe lost this round. Man, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. I think ropz is playing too passive here. Like, if he's just holding when he goes out, he at least gets 1 shot. Because as you see now, he has to peek out in the player who's already maybe peeking him. And he actually, you know, he doesn't have his scope there at all, so he's not ready to shoot, and he just gets shot on the side. So, but you can also argue like this exact angle, actually. This exactly, you could also argue like he could swing and then he could die, ropz. There's a possibility he could die, but I think you always have to take this shot. It's just way too free. Like, you just take a shot and you go back instantly, and you'll probably kill him. But I mean, it's not a 100% sure call. I think it's the right play to take at least 1 shot here, just for free, now that you're low and you have the possibility. But, I mean, it's not a set case. It's up for debate which decision is the correct one, but I think it's too passive. I think it's too too afraid to lose the round if you're not taking this peek. Could have also used the molotov. And instead he gets caught. A quick shot. Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Not gonna lie. That surely hurt. But those rounds happen. It's not the most crazy round that was ever lost. ropz was low. Broky couldn't really get another position. He just planted. He could have gone, you know, maybe on the up here if he wanted to, but after that he's just he can't really get away because the CC can always open the door. He could have also been at this door, so he has to take this duel broky. He can't really get away. So, and at this point, you know, he can just win the round. It's not a certain round now for FaZe. So, not the most crazy round, but a 1v3 after plan is always gonna hit. So FaZe are doing fast smokes outside. Now they're putting some real pressure on with the wall. He's committing to secret, and only now GamerLegion are going down. And they are heavy rotating under. Another heavy rotate. So they both have the orb and the M4 down here. Spayco misses. Like, GamerLegion is in such a good spot in that situation. Right? A double crossfire with the orb. It should have been a slaughter, to be honest, in this round. ropz with a good lurk. So, let's see what happens. karrigan is throwing some nades, and when he does that, that's their cue to, you know, they're just running. They're not taking any control with quality, they're just gambling that it's pretty much clear they're just gonna do the trade, maybe against an M4. Which is fine, like, GamerLegion rotating heavy down is kind of unfortunate. Usually there's only one guy down. But it is still kind of risky for FaZe just to running like that. I mean, they thought it was a good idea, and sometimes it probably is, but at this round, they lose because of it. If they use like molotovs cleanly, it would be way easier, but of course, hindsight is always easy, but yeah, another heavy rotate from GamerLegion just nets them the round. I do think, though, in this position, where we have three guys sacred, ropz is lurking lobby, karrigan is still in yard. And FaZe, they should know by now that GamerLegion, they are rotating with numbers quite a few times by now, so it is kind of risky to just run at them because they might do this stack. They also did it last round, like the round before, with a stack 3 guys under or something like that. They're doing like 2 guys yard, they're pushing lobby together and stuff like this. So FaZe is actually in a position now to have like some good lurks. ropz can get a good lurk, karrigan can also lurk yard afterwards. If they just slow it down here, just take the control, then GamerLegion might even, you know, rotate another guy down. They could go back up. ropz can do his lurk because these guys also have to, you know, make a move, make a rotation. Now they don't have to rotate under because they are already 2 guys down. But ropz kills this guy anyways. Because he has to, you know, Vault has to check both angles. He don't really have to check door in this particular moment because it's actually smoked. But if the smoke wasn't up, you know, he'd had to hold 2 angles and then he can get timed and ropz catch him here. So this is a good lurk. And imagine like if the T's were just a little bit slower, like baiting some stuff out in secret, it could have been, yeah, a good round for FaZe. I don't know the exact read of this FaZe move with his running, because this smoke is not gonna, you know, take some heavy rotations. It's not like this guy down here, he's not gonna look away, he's not gonna do anything, it's just one smoke. If you're a good player, you're not gonna do anything on that, on one smoke. So I don't think GamerLegion should or ever would have rotated in this scenario. But I guess it was FaZe's idea that, you know, the smoke windows kind of showing that they want to go warehouse, that they want to go heaven. But yeah, just didn't work out. Yeah, so ropz loses a smoke duel, which happens, kind of unfortunate, but yeah, it happens. Getting into it, it's gonna get tough. Especially because, as we see as well, FaZe again don't have any pressure on yard. Snax is just holding this for free. He doesn't have to be afraid of anything. So GamerLegion can just chill and just play 2 in and 1 ramp. Snax is holding everything. So again, GamerLegion are not being put in a position at this point where they have to make any hard decisions. They can just focus on their crosshairs, focus on their sights. And that's really what you want to do. And Kios also pushes at the perfect timing. And FaZe gets 2 kills anyways. That's a good peek on timing from Vault. Catches Twist with the smoke. Yeah, so some good timings from GamerLegion in this round. But the timing is a part of the game, and especially peeking on timing, you know, going out on a particular timing is just... It can be very powerful when you think the T's are throwing nades or they're about to do some sort of execute, then you just go out and peek them. So they also get 2 kills for free pretty much like GamerLegion. And just a really, yeah, good push. And FaZe are just not punishing this. Like, they could have easily hold him. Like, ropz killed him one time when he pushed. This time he didn't. He could have done that again, then it would be a completely different round, but yeah, after that initial kill on ropz at the door, and with the no smokes in yard from FaZe, GamerLegion was, yeah, in control of that round. So again, we can just see how important this yard control is, and how important it is to make them rotate, make them do some silly mistakes. Because having snax just holding entire yard with an M4 is, yeah, that's what you want. That's what you want if you're GamerLegion. Just slow and cruising, just chilling, aiming. No need to think about rotations or anything like that. Okay, so FaZe is doing probably a set strat again. ropz out the door, instead of inner pop. See what happens exactly. The nade yard don't really matter, they only use the smoke just to make some sort of, you know, keeping snax in yard. And ropz is already out here, so the pressure doesn't really matter in this round. When it's such a fast inner pop, it doesn't really matter with the smokes too much, because they can't rotate, like either they are inside or they're not, so. And ropz is actually also, this is kind of unlucky timing for him. He also hears him burn, so he's kind of confused. Yeah, let's look at ropz one more time. Just misses him. And he sees the guy heaven and he looks back and he, oh my god. That's a frustrating round for ropz. I mean, he could have easily got 1 kill and then he would easily also get the nice duel on the guy in heaven. So I think this round, this is a good round from FaZe. Like, they pretty much caught him. I mean, maybe it's a stretch, but I think this was good. That's a good situation you hope for if you're FaZe. But if you get this initial kill, the round is just, yeah, it's a very good round. And Vault just barely makes it down. This is a good play from Vault also, like a heads up play, jumping down in the smoke when he's blind. and it yeah, saves his life for ropz at least. So again, maybe a set strat that actually should have worked, maybe, or it could have worked. It's always a gamble, like with the flashes and stuff inside, if the CTs are dodging it at the exact right time they have to. But this looked like a pretty good situation for FaZe. So GamerLegion, they keep doing the wall smokes. That's a nade from the CTs, but Echo was ready for it. It's traded by broky, so 1-for-1 trade. And the T's get the secret control, pretty much. Like, the CTs don't have eyes on it now. And they know the T's can be down. And that's a pretty good... That's what you want, that's what you're hoping for if you're a T. 4v4, you got the secret control. That's pretty nice. But in this situation, they don't know how many are down. Probably just one would be their guess, because they also got the entry on Echo. So probably one, but they could be more. FaZe don't know. Now they're just dry searching outdoor. And then they're going vent because they had one guy in secret. So when FaZe are 4 alive at this point, usually it's just like 2 inside, 1 under, and 1 ramp. Or like 0 ramp and 1 holding under heaven, stuff like that. But usually just 2 inside and then 2 other guys. So GamerLegion makes a good play here. Like, they're just going down. They know 1 is probably ramp. So I think this was the best play actually from GamerLegion. They end up losing the round, but I think dropping vent was a pretty good idea. I do think though this position from Twist is a little bit because yard is being main is not open. The broky is just spotted whole yard. There's no 1 yard at all. So Twist is playing here. Like if they had a smoke here, GamerLegion, and they smoked him off, then karrigan would be all alone inside. No backup, not even close. And then the round would be, yeah, not too good for FaZe. Because he plays main, so they maybe could do like, you know, maybe a hot setup or something like that, crossfire inside, just to make sure that they don't do this, also abuse the vent drop. Because that's where FaZe are weak. They do end up having some fast rotations, but yeah, I think maybe Twist could have been more close to the side to avoid this. Because ropz should have been dead before that. So GamerLegion smokes once again. Molly in the corner. Just some good yard control. But FaZe are just not rotating at all, so they're gambling heavy on that. They just wanna, you know, play heavy yard, they wanna play heavy inside, and they wanna play heavy ramp. So secret is the only place vulnerable right now for FaZe. Also why it's kind of unfortunate that Rain dies to just a flash, because they're in such good positions in this spots that they shouldn't be picked off like this. It's a good flash for GamerLegion. They got Rain without a duel, and now broky also getting caught in the side. I mean, karrigan is holding here, but he should know that he can always be in the corner. Like, there's no way for karrigan to know. So this is also... maybe there's just a lot going on in broky's mind that he just, you know, forgot he could be there. He wasn't focused on this. Maybe he was talking, he was communicating. He also saw he sort of looked away at the same time. And he just wasn't expecting it, because there's so much more going on in his mind at this particular moment that he just didn't think about this angle. But it is still, you know, a little bit lack of awareness, but sometimes you just can't think about everything because you are talking and thinking of what to do. So these mistakes happen, but of course, the less you make, the better situations you're gonna be in. So FaZe probably should have won this round a little bit easier. It ends up being a 1v1. ropz takes it to overtime again, but Yeah, a few small mistakes. It should have been easier for FaZe. First time of all time, ropz is just... I don't know about this read. This is risky. He just walked right into Isaac. So a risky push from the CTs. They're just trying to, doing some aggressive stuff, taking the meta into their own hands. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. Broky's also in an angle here. Yeah, just losing the duel. But that ropz was a free kill. I don't know about the read they had this round. FaZe, but yeah, again dying without getting a duel, that's just tough. If you remember the first round we have, where Twist also got caught in the silo. Just inside again. Just the flashes, and karrigan is just completely... he doesn't have a chance when he gets blinded up there. There's just no place to go. So good flashes from GamerLegion, but again we have to, think about maybe this silo position just not working out against these, flashes. Maybe they, I don't know. Just seems rough. Like they're not giving themselves a chance. FaZe. They don't even have the chance to shoot. So that's pretty unfortunate. Let's watch Twist. You can see he's kind of, dodging on timing, because he knows that they can flash out door and they can do this door pop. So he is ready for this Twists. You can see like he's dodging all the time. Unfortunately, he stopped dodging right when they flashed. So, and he's just completely blind as well. So yeah, those rounds are just tough. Both inside players getting completely blinded whatsoever, no chance at all in that round. So good from GamerLegion, but yeah, disappointing from FaZe that they just go down that easily, and they don't have better spots. And that's just a round right there. Yeah, not much to say. Echo is peeking ramp. They are also throwing the smokes again. This time broky is rotating down with the secret. Really want to shut down this secret play. This time it's a fake though from GamerLegion. There's no 1 yard at all. And FaZe are really going heavy yard also with 2 in warehouse. So they really want to shut down this yard aggression from GamerLegion with numbers. But at this point range is cleared the whole yard. Like there might be some T's here, but like when the time is just getting so low and broky was still holding secret, there might be 1 down. That would be like the logical list. Like 1 secret and then the other guy's probably lobby or whatever. Also broky still holding it. But he actually have to go back and forth broky, because he has to hold both under from both sides. Because FaZe are playing 2 warehouse and really gambling on this yard setup. So just tough for broky. That shot is a tough one because he's not already posted. He's just coming back from just clearing secret because he had to. So he gets like kind of, not the best shot for him, and he misses. He misses another one. And then also, just dies free to snax. That's a flash. Yeah, unfortunately for karrigan. But yeah, Rain dies in the side, and karrigan also dies sort of in the side. These two-man yard control late, it just didn't seem to work for FaZe in this one. GamerLegion were just ready to shut them down with 2 men easily. And sometimes you just need need numbers on the T side to make sure that you actually can get the map controlled and not just get slaughtered before. So that's how GamerLegion beat FaZe, even though they lost both pistols and the conversions. And you can lose 2 pistols, but if you win a second round, that's not really losing 2 pistols. But in this round, FaZe, they got both pistols and the conversions, which is the important thing. Like, if you don't convert the pistols, it doesn't really matter if you didn't win 2 pistols. Like, sometimes I see some guys saying, oh, we lost both pistols. Yeah, mate, but you won both second rounds, so you still had a good start to the half. But in this game, FaZe had, the money, the rounds, everything. But now we've seen why they lost. See you next time.